Democrats, people that voted for Democrats and your leadership, what do you want to happen with these illegal migrants? Do you want to keep them here? Do you want to keep giving them assistance? Do you keep wanting your tax money to go to helping them pay for their food, pay for their housing, pay for them to get licenses and all that? Like, what do you expect to happen? Like, they came somewhere illegally. If you come into the club, if you sneak into the club, you're going like, and you get kicked out. Are you like, yo, how are you going to kick me out? I came here. I know I snuck in the club and I didn't pay and I did it the wrong way, but I was already here, you know, grooving for 3 songs and like, yo, you just let me stay. What? Not only let me stay, but you should be giving me some drink vouchers. Matter of fact, I should be able to sit in VIP. Like, what are we talking about?
Oh my God.
So Mo Crush wrote, Democrats are the party of defiance to anything Republicans do. They live to be the victim. I agree 100%. That's what I mean when I say, what are the, if I ask y'all, let me ask y'all, I'll give you an example. All of these Democrats and liberals, the majority of them, they're sitting here defending what's going on in LA. They're defending what's going on in LA with the riots because they hate Trump, right? Let me ask y'all a question. Even though most Americans, and we're going to play a clip, I believe, the majority of Americans overall, not just Republicans, not just independents, not just Democrats, the majority of Americans believe that, hey, if you came here illegally, you should be deported. It's to the point where it's like, what are we even talking about? You came somewhere illegally. I can't go to another country illegally and then get caught and not expect to get to be sent back to America or wherever I'm from. You can't do that in other countries. Maybe there's some countries that you can, but if you come here illegally, there's a legal way to come here. And if you come here illegally, you're being deported. So my question was, Democrats, people that voted for Democrats and your leadership, what do you want to happen with these illegal migrants? Do you want to keep them here? Do you want to keep giving them assistance? Do you keep wanting your tax money to go to helping them pay for their food, pay for their housing, pay for them to get licenses and all that? Like, what do you expect to happen? Like, they came somewhere illegally. If you come into the club, if you sneak into the club, you're going like, and you get kicked out. Are you like, yo, how are you going to kick me out? I came here. I know I snuck in the club and I didn't pay and I did it the wrong way, but I was already here, you know, grooving for 3 songs and like, yo, you just let me stay. What? Not only let me stay, but you should be giving me some drink vouchers. Matter of fact, I should be able to sit in VIP. Like, what are we talking about? My question to Democrats is, what do you expect to happen? Joe Biden, Kamala Harris, Barack Obama, and all these Democrats have your minds warped so much that you really think that America should be a place where illegal migrants can come here and just stay. But then those same people complain about Americans not being taken care of, complain about veterans not being taken care of, complain about where their tax dollars are going, all these different things. It's like, what do you expect to happen? To me, this is just another example. And look at Vons. Dak, you sound crazy. No, I sound like somebody who was raised by a strong man. That's what I sound like. And I can expect completely how that would come across to a lot of other people who perhaps weren't. That's what I sound like. Like it or not, it is what it is. I cannot massage this issue into y'all so y'all feel good about it. That's what I sound like. I sound like a son of a dad whose parents were sharecroppers with less than a 5th grade education, who decided to come from the sharecropping farm and move up to New York and not make excuses for ourselves, not blame the government, but to stand up on their own 2 feet and get to it. What I sound like is I come from a father who was the youngest in his family, the youngest of 9 kids, all them growing up on a sharecropping farm, who decided to become an attorney and decided to put his family in a better place and give them a better opportunity to survive, who grew up in the South fucking Bronx. That's what I sound like, bro. So I understand how completely that could sound crazy to you who grew up in Montclair, who grew up in the suburbs in New Jersey, who sit back and just look at yourself as a victim. I understand completely how that could sound crazy to you, bro. But I don't grow up with a victim mentality. I grew up knowing that my uncle was the second black baseball player after Jackie Robinson in the major leagues. I grew up knowing that I am him. You clearly did not. So I don't understand. So I don't expect you to speak the same language that I speak, bro. I'm just being totally honest. You have a victim mentality, an emasculated mentality. When you don't grow up with a strong black father in your household, I don't expect you to have those things. I'm just being totally honest with you, bro. But it's not enough as an excuse for you to use. How long? We're 38 years old, bro.
First and foremost, want to give a huge shout out to everybody that continues to tap in with us, like and subscribe and join our community. If you haven't already, please make sure that you do. We look forward to engaging in some dope combo with you that can help us all elevate. So like, subscribe, and maybe even share the video if you're feeling real generous. On that note, we'll let you get back to the video. See you soon.
We're 38 years old and you're still playing victim. You still don't understand rules and how things work. You still want to live in a lawless society. Can somebody walk in your house, Bonds, and just start sleeping on your bed? Can somebody walk in your house right now and just start sleeping in your bed, Bonds? No, but you think that people should be able to come into this country illegally and just have all the same privilege and rights that you have. This is the difference, bro. I don't speak this victim shit, bro. I'm gonna be totally honest with you. I don't speak this victim stuff that y'all talk, bro. All y'all do is play victim. All y'all do is play victim to all this stuff. So I ask once again, what do you expect to happen to people who come to this country illegally? I even saw a video of legal migrants coming here. But this is the same mentality. See, Vons is the type of person that argues that college loans should be forgiven. That's the type of mindset. That's the liberal mindset. Oh my God, I signed to go to college and I went to college and I graduated, but now I shouldn't have to pay for it. What do you mean? Wait, you mean you bought something, a product, you used the product. Now, after using the product, you don't think that you should have to pay for the product? That's an emasculated mindset, bro. It's an emasculated mindset, bro. This is, and then Bonds will say, we're not victims, you need help. Okay. All right. It is what it is, Bonds. I'm telling you, you may think, a matter of fact, yo, I'll be totally honest with you. And I'm going to call out the rest of the chat. Everybody watching here, see, people may not like my tone and how I'm saying it. People may not even agree with what I'm saying, but you could tell I'm being genuine. You could tell I'm being genuine. And whether y'all admit it or not, you can tell that Vons has a victim mentality. So when Vons sits here and says that I sound crazy, the rest of y'all that are looking, maybe some of y'all laughing, maybe some of y'all are a little uncomfortable seeing the exchange between Vons and I. Vons is my brother. We locked in. And I care about Vons. That's why I'm saying these things. And I care about people overall. And I care about people not getting finessed, not continuing to get finessed into being a victim and embracing this mindset that they can't do certain things because the white man is against them or the government is against them. So let me call out all of y'all, all 11,000 people that are in the chat right now, that are listening right now. All of y'all know Vons sounds crazy, but y'all are too scared to say it. Y'all won't even sit there and say, hey, Vons, I think you're a little off on this one, bro. This is the Democrats, y'all do tend to embrace victimhood. Like, I don't really think that he sounds crazy at all. Y'all won't do it, but it's cool. I have no problem. I've been this person my whole life. I don't care. I speak on what I feel like I should be speaking on. And I'm open enough to understand that even if I'm wrong, I'm still that guy, because that guy is the one that's going to be able to be wrong, take that hit on the chest, and be able to acknowledge where they're wrong and then grow and develop from that. Rather than just you ever try to convince you You ever try to admit when try to get your girl to admit that she's wrong? How does that end? Let me see, and this is what this is what pacifying you, you're pacifying him. As a this is the difference, bro. You supposed to be an OG. We're supposed to be following you, bro. Everybody's opinion don't hold the same weight. Let's just be honest. Everybody's opinion doesn't hold the same weight. What I remember one of my favorite Meek Mill lines is nobody listens to the broke nigga. One of my favorite Meek Mill lines. It humbles me every time I come out and have an opinion about like a guy like Jay-Z not standing on certain things and not being who I think he should be. I'm reminded by that line. Bro, go get some money. I'm talking to myself. Go get some more money. Go become Jay-Z. Go get a bigger influence. And then you show me what you would do instead of talking shit about what somebody else should do, another man should do. Why don't you go put yourself in a position to get that? Because nobody listens to the broke nigga. So compared to Jay-Z, I'm a broke nigga. So I need to get my money up. I need to get my success. I need to get my influence up. And then I'll just show you better than I could tell you. But going back to you, Unc, and this, Vons wrote, your view on immigration is interesting, knowing our friends. Vons, just because, what are you saying? That your grandparents came here illegally? What are you saying? Your grandparents came here from Jamaica and they came, like, what? So this is not manly, Vons. This is what, okay, let me use this as an example. And I appreciate Vons. And another thing that's not manly, Unc, stop acting like you can't give an opinion because, oh, well, I just want to give space for other opinions. Unc, you are the OG. We need where are our men between 40 and 60 that are guiding us? Why are y'all too scared to have an opinion on our mindsets? And, oh, well, I don't want to tell that young man what to do. No, we need y'all to start giving us some game. This is the reason why most of us are in the position that we're in. We ain't got no house. We ain't got no relationship. We ain't got no kids because y'all just allowed us to just do whatever, follow whatever. We following Jay-Z. We following 40's the new 30, whatever, 30's the new 20. Give some game, Unc, if you see fit. So Vons wrote, your view on immigration is very interesting, knowing our friends. I don't know who he's referring to. And clearly Vons' friends see, this is why it's so great to go to college. It's so great to go to college because when Vons says our friends, Vons, our friends, the friends that I have are your friends. You may not have a lot of friends outside that group. I have plenty of friends outside that group. I'm being totally honest with y'all. Because you go away, you live away from home. When you get outside the bubble of Montclair, you meet new people and you experience their perspectives. You get to learn their cultures. You get to sit down with them and see why they see the world the way that they do. The same people that I looked at maybe 5 years ago and said, yo, that's a racist. He's an asshole. Anybody that could vote for Trump, I couldn't. Then when you start to sit down with people, learn their perspective, learn like, oh, this and that, like learn your own history. It opens your mind up to certain things. But Vons is sitting here saying, so when that's why I'm addressing the knowing our friends, bro, knowing my friends. That's what changed my mindset. Getting new friends, learning new perspectives. But let's get back to the point that you made. Vons is of a mindset that you shouldn't do anything to call out your friends. He's of the mindset of the Breakfast Club talking about Angel Reese. Nobody should say anything bad about Angel Reese. That's why Vons jumps on here and says that he loves every single black woman that comes up that I bring up, whether it's Angel Reese, whether it's Michelle Obama, whether it's Maxine, whether it's Jasmine Crockett. Vons loves all of them. Vons loves all of them. And there's a reason why he loves all of them. See, I don't align my principles based on what's going to impact me or what's going to impact those around me. If we all make decisions based on, oh, well, my friend's an illegal immigrant, so therefore I'm for illegal immigrants. That's not a principled approach. That's an emotional approach. You can't make decisions based on that and expect to have a society that actually runs in a principled way, because all you're going to be doing is looking out for the best interests of the people like you. Wasn't that y'all number one complaint? Like one of y'all biggest complaints with Trump? Trump's only looking out for the people that he rocks with. So if that's the case, this is just another example of Democrats becoming the same things that they claim that they hate in something else, in somebody else. So because your friends are of something, that means you got to align with everything that your friends do. You got to do everything that your friends is beneficial for them. I don't rock like that, bro. I'm the type of person that if all of our friends are going left, I know, and that's the wrong way, bro. I'm going to be the one, I'm going right, bro. And I'm going to be loud and let y'all know, yo, I'm going right. It is what it is. You know my personality, bro. You know I've been like this since we were little kids. Let me leave that alone. Okay, so shout out to Mama Lay in the building. The way ICE is abusing them is disturbing. They are human nonetheless. I have family members who came here. Just last week, ICE is holding one, but wouldn't let her get her baby out of school. This is why, hold on. I need y'all to listen to me, please. This is why men are needed, real men. Not men that kick the can down the road, not men that are scared to offend people, not men that want to be liked more than they actually want to live in their purpose. Mama Lay, all of y'all energy towards ICE, all of the energy that y'all have towards Trump, who you need to position that energy towards and direct it towards is Joe Biden and the Democrats and Barack Obama. This is what happens when you incentivize illegal people to come here. This is what happens when you have an open border where millions of illegal people come here. Somebody eventually has to address that problem. So you are more upset and your energy is more reactive when it should be proactive. I've been talking, people have, I'm not even gonna make it about, people have been talking about migrants coming in here being an issue for years. Did you guys have this same energy when Trump put the executive orders to stop the illegal migration in his first term, and then Joe Biden and Kamala Harris on day one or day two reversed his executive orders, got rid of them, and pretty much had an open border incentivizing people to come here? Did you not know that this was going to be a problem? Were you not able to see, if we start off here and we're allowing all these illegal migrants to come in, but we complain that the American citizens don't have enough resources and the government's not doing enough for Americans, then who's going to eventually have to pay for these migrants? Who's going to have to pay for their food? Who's going to have to pay for their housing? Who's going to have to pay for them to go to school? Who's going to have, did y'all not see this becoming an issue beforehand? But because everybody is so reactive and because nobody cares, nobody wants to do the due diligence before it becomes a huge problem. Then when it becomes a problem, y'all get more upset at the person who now has an impossible job of fixing the problem that the person that you voted for created. No accountability. No accountability. Real men can't fight the government. Hold on. What are we talking about? Hold on. Let me do this. Let me do this because I think we're getting a little bit lost here. I'm going to copy the link for Mama Lay, Vons, anybody that wants to jump in. And I think it's better to have a conversation over this because I'm not following what exactly everybody's writing. Like Mama Lay wrote, "Who did your father help?" that Devon is referring to. I don't know who Vons is referring to. Like, what question are you asking me? I just want to be clear. What did I miss? That's what I'm saying. Hold on. Back in the day, we used to call that lacing. Like, what did I miss? Um, Real men can't fight the government. Shout out to Shy in the building. Devon's. Oh, okay. This tweet. My fault. My fault. But yo, y'all, we supposed to have the open set for anybody. Yo, and this is gonna. We're probably gonna move this direction moving forward. If anybody wants to jump on and have a respectful conversation, trust me, it'll be respectful. Please jump on. So remember Hayes family and how your pops helped them, bro. This is the problem with people speaking on stuff that they don't really know the big picture on. What do you think my dad helped Hayes with? And maybe this is a personal situation that we probably shouldn't even be speaking on here. But I don't even know. Vons, feel free to elaborate. Vons, what are you? My dad did not. What are you talking about? My dad did not help Hayes with any legal issues pertaining to being a migrant. Hold on. Oh, wait, hold on. Did I read this wrong? His pops helped out Hayes. He was Haitian and had legal issue when we were kids. So you're saying because my dad helped out somebody that's Haitian that I should be for illegal migration? What are we talking about? Do y'all see how emotional these arguments are and illogical they are? Do you see how emotional these questions are? And Mama Lay wrote, I did question why Biden did that, but I didn't vote for Biden. Well, Mama Lay, all of the Democrats and liberals, they did. Vons did. He voted for that. And if you didn't vote for Biden and you did question those things, then I'm sure you knew at one point this is going to be a situation where illegal migrants are going to have to be addressed. You can't just okay, let's look at it like this. I remember, all right, let's take a made up situation. Let's say your parents go on vacation, or you are, let's say we're now the age of our parents or the age of parents. Let's say we go on vacation and we leave our kids home. Our kids are, let's say, in their early 20s. Or we go out for the night, whatever. We go out for the night, couple days, little sleepover trip, whatever. When we come back, the house is filled with kids. Because our kids promised those kids, oh, y'all can stay here. We got food for y'all. Y'all can come kick it. We can play video games all day. Then you come in the house and say, yo, y'all got to leave. Like, what is going on here? Like, why is there a house full of people here? Nobody asked me. No, y'all got to leave. But the kids are sitting there saying, well, no, Vaughn said that we could stay. And I told my parents that I was staying out now and I can't get back in the house. Vons, you'd be the problem in that. Joe Biden, you're the problem in this. The Democrats are the problem. Y'all told all these people to come on down. Come on to America. Knowing that we do not have the infrastructure to take care of these people. And the only reason, if you take a step back, it seems pretty common sense to me. The only reason why they incentivize people to come here is because they're trying to get them to vote Democratic. They try to import voters. This is what was happening. And Mama Lay wrote, was he here illegally? No, the situation that my dad was helping him with had absolutely nothing to do. Like, Hayes was in school, like, had nothing to do with him being illegal or legal. Like, it had not, like, this is what I'm saying. That's not even the point that I'm making. But Vons, because he's looking at this situation with so much emotion and so much, you should care about migrants. You should care about, yes, I care about everybody. Matter of fact, you should care about them. I'm pissed off at Joe Biden. I feel terrible for these illegal migrants who got incentivized to come here, who risk their lives. I've said over and over on this show, a lot of these illegal migrants, they had the courage. So let's actually dig a little deeper into this. A lot of these illegal migrants, I respect them over a lot of us victimhood embracing Americans. A lot of these illegal migrants, they took a risk to try to create a better life for their family, a lot of them. and they risked their lives to get over here. They risked their livelihood. They risked everything to get over here because Joe Biden, Kamala Harris, and the Democratic Party pretty much sold them a lie and incentivized them to come here illegally like it was all good. They left the door open. They left the front door open to the house, put some food in the front door in the house, and had a sign saying migrants welcomed. And then we're sitting here wondering why migrants are in the house. So I feel terrible for the illegal migrants. You don't feel terrible for them. Because if you felt terrible for them, you'd be pissed off at the people that lied to them and finessed them and manipulated them to even coming here, selling them on something that they could have here, knowing that that wasn't be the case. I care about them. You don't. You just want to act like you care about them, just like Democrats always want to just act like they care about them. And you're so used to it as a black person because Democrats have been acting like this to you for our entire life, acting like they care about your black ass, but then doing absolutely nothing for you when they get in a position of power. Just like Ayanna Pressley, who now wants to jump out the window and say, yeah, we're bringing back the talk of reparations. You're bringing back the talk of reparations when Trump's in office. Why are you bringing back the talk of reparations when Trump's in office? Why didn't you just do the shit when Biden was in office? What are we talking about? We are in front of... Depending on the source outlet you consume, the LA is unrest is out of pocket on both sides, bro. Whoever this is, I'm glad that you wrote that. So I'm not sure if you were here in the beginning of the show. I'm not sure if you were here at the beginning of the show when I made it clear and I was talking about religions and I said violence only begets violence. Violence only begets violence. Violence only leads to other violence. So therefore, now what we're seeing in LA, we can sit there and say, yo, ICE is being too harsh. You could be right saying that. You could also sit here and say these rioters are bugging out. And you could be right in saying that. And we can present evidence of both, right? So what do? Do we just pick a side or do we actually identify the root of the problem so therefore we won't have this problem moving forward? Do we identify the root of the problem, the fact that, oh, now all these people, some dumb promoter at the club allowed all these people to get into the party, right, for free, knowing that the manager of the club and the owner of the club had no idea about it. And now when the owner and the manager of the club now find out about it, that this dumb promoter allowed all these people to come in and drink free liquor and whatever else and have a section, being VIP, doing whatever, not paying for anything, while everybody else in the club got to pay. Or maybe not everybody else, but majority, a lot of people paying, whatever. Or we're paying for them, right? Shoot, all these people that y'all let in the club, the rest of the club is paying for it, the rest of the participants. Okay, cool. So now when the owner and the manager goes to those people and say, hey, y'all got to leave the club. Y'all can't just stay here. Like, y'all didn't pay. Y'all snuck in. Oh, such and such said we can get in. Who told y'all can get in? Who told y'all were going to have all these benefits? Who told y'all that y'all were going to be able to? Who told y'all we can handle y'all coming in the club? We had a certain count. We had a certain number of things allocated for this amount of people. Now y'all come in. Now we got to take away from other people. Y'all got to leave the club. I think people would understand that. Y'all are the people saying, why should I have to leave the club? You should have some empathy and sympathy for me. I have a lot of empathy for you. I understand that you were lied to. And maybe even a little sympathy. I feel bad for you that you were lied to. And that's why I'm pissed off and calling out the people that created the problem. That's why that promoter is going to get fired. And anybody else, and there should be an example made out of that promoter so anybody else moving forward in the future doesn't do the same thing and risk the lives of illegal migrants coming here. Breaking up families, all these different things. Come on now. Let's keep moving. Let's keep moving. Let's keep moving. Look, I'm glad you wrote that. I hear your point. The people I know have been here way before Obama. Nothing to do with Obama, but I hear your point. All right. I'm pretty sure that the ICE raids are not over. Like these riots over the ICE getting rid of people. I'm pretty sure that the majority of those people were not here. Maybe they were. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Let me say this. Clearly, when when Kamala Harris and Joe Biden allowed record numbers of people to come into this country, clearly, let's just focus on those immigrants then. Since we're not trying to kick anybody's grandmother out of the country. I hope they're not trying to do that. If they do that, matter of fact, if they're here illegally, they got to go too. That's just how rules work. That's just how rules work. The rules are not great for everybody. It's just the rules. If you bend the rule for one person, now you got to bend the rule for everybody else. I don't know. I don't know. It's Dak. Just want to thank you for checking out our video and visiting the OG Network. If you enjoyed the video, please make sure that you give us a like. And if you're looking to join a community of inspired individuals striving for purposeful abundance, subscribe. And if you're feeling real generous, share the video with some friends and family. All right, I'll see y'all soon. Ew.